Hola mothers, welcome back to our Tarot for Moms channel. Okay, I don't have any special channel message that come through writing or divination, so we're gonna just tap into the divination and see. Okay, let's see what comes out. All right, let's see what you're attracting for your highest and greatest good. Spirit, what message do you have for my moms, their highest and greatest good? So we have resistance. I was watching a movie and I think it was called Extraterrestrial and 22. Okay, so the man was trying to hide evidence about the whereabouts of where her son was. So pretty much she goes into this building in a nutshell, and she used to be ex-military, and the director or whoever that she spoke to was pretty much covering up their tracks of a different situation, and so there was some underhand stuff coming up, and so they were pretty much trying to write her off as being crazy, delusional, PTSD, and gaslighting her, essentially pretty much trying to say that she never came into that building with her son, but she remembers coming into that building with her son. And so the entire movie is about her being ganged up against, gaslighted, and everybody being in cahoots together, right? So resistance in a situation is necessary. Okay, self-sabotage here as well. You're an amazing multitasker. You're able to do many things at once. Okay. And I know that they say there's no such thing as being a multitasker. You're just splitting yourself in so many ways. And all of that is great. And of course, people will tell you that to have you self-sabotage yourself, to try to convince you and gaslight you that what you're doing is too much, you're overdoing something, because they can't do what you can do like you can do it. And so whatever wonder, magic, ashe that you possess, your resistance, and that's the part that I was trying to mention. He said she's so damn resistant, like she's so resistant to his tactics and what he was doing. And so your energy is coming off as someone that's so damn resistant. We have gang. Also with the Sarah energy, this is making me think about how, Sarah was barren, and she was told that it was prophesied that she would have a child, and even she didn't believe it. So in some contexts, even you don't believe at times that you're capable of the things that you're able to do. But at the end of the day, that doesn't negate the fact that it's still your prophecy, it's still your destiny to bring something into fruition, whether that be a child, a business, or whatever. And so at the bottom of the deck, you're going to be constantly made aware, okay, with Lambo, of how toxic environments can make you like fold on yourself, doubt yourself, speak negative thoughts into you. And the serpent energy is pretty much saying that self-mastery is the snake plant. So the snake plant pretty much purifies the air around you. So even in toxic environments, you have this ability to purify the air around you, where you can take those negative words, which are spells, and affirm them into what you want them to be, and be the main character in your universe. When you have this ability to do that, it's going to make people feel as if they can't hide in your garden. They can't pretend and perpetrate to be something that they're not around you. And they can't ultimately gaslight you or project certain intentions, narratives, to make you doubt yourself. I'm also seeing something about a rubber band. Get a rubber band, put it on your wrist. When you start to feel as if something isn't real, remind yourself that you are. Okay, which reminds, it's kind of like a trigger in toxic environments, you're often triggered, but at times you have to be the one to trigger yourself sometimes to remind yourself of what you're focused on, what you're supposed to be doing. It's very difficult growing up in toxic environments. You may start off in survival mode, but when you are at a workplace, okay, in a neighborhood, an apartment complex, or whatever, and you know that there's, psychological gaslighting happening and different things like that being played at work, people hiding their hands, you're going to scare a lot of people, is what I'm seeing, because they're going to know that you have so many spiritual ancestors. Like, you got to have people on the other side. You got to have ancestors on the other side that don't play about you, and that's the gang gang Sarah energy. It's like, fuck around if you want to. Your roots grow long. Alright, so I feel guided to this deck here. Let's see. 7 of Wands. So there's some conflict avoiding type of situation happening here. You're changing. And I can't help but to... your comfort is in you being true to your belief system, right? But with the 6 of Swords in reverse, it's saying somebody wants you to come back and fight. And you may be conflict avoiding, where it's like, I don't want to fight, I don't want to bicker, I just want peace. I don't know what the purpose of all of that is yet, but what I can tell you is that is the overall intention: to disturb your peace and make you self-sabotage yourself and give up on something that you do or something that you have. Whew. So we got us a alcoholic, a drunken, emotionally manipulative person that gives horrible advice but believes as if they know what's best. What in the hell? Okay, someone misses you. The way y'all worked together, or the way you guys accomplished certain things together. Someone can't picture losing you on their team. I see this person viewing you as a team, a part of their team. They keep saying that, like you're on their team. This could be a manager for some of you. They feel as if they invested in what you do for work. They invested in your image, your brand. If this is a manager, they would feel as if they invested in you getting certified for this position or you getting trained properly. But the way in which you perform or you produce something doesn't compare. You take some type of work and you make what appears not to work. Straight up. If this is a relationship, same dynamic. This person barely has to work when you are managing a situation, because your attention to detail and how well you're able to focus for long periods of time. They remember when you used to be the type of person that wanted to see the potential in them and see them develop into the best version of themselves. They can't help but to realize that no matter how much they try to get you to miss the old version of you, or the old relationship dynamic, or the old community, you still are headstrong on standing on what you, to the degree, something about the degree of what you will and will not have to do in a situation. And they've tested this theory time and time again by bringing to you certain things that they're dealing with. And when you don't offer solutions to their problems, it makes them very aware that you're not concerned about their development, emotional development, maturity, or none of that. It's like you've determined that this person is too old to be a child, but somebody wants to be a child. Somebody wants to be a child here. They want to be your child, your project. As long as they're your project, they feel like they always have an opportunity. Like they're always winning. As long as they're your project, they feel like they're always winning. I don't see this as somebody that intends on changing. This is definitely someone with the King of Cups. They're set in their ways. They're at an age in their life where this is who they are. They want you to accept this version of them. Just accept me as I am. I'm not going to change. And that's their right. Just like it's your right to decide that you're not going to try to fix them or heal them or put them back together or believe in them. This is somebody that really gets a gag out of people believing in their potential to change or their potential to be something different. It makes them feel like they have a good support system. Mm-hmm. And you are a part of that community or group. This person feel like you're a part of that community or group. Yeah, they have people that stroke their ego and tell them what they want to hear and will do anything for them, but it's something about you in particularly. If you are not the one investing too, it's a loss they can't afford to take. Why is this such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal? Oh, your spiritual insight. This person sees you like a shaman, a witch, a warlock, or somebody that is capable of making sure that their business is always successful. That's capable of checking them. You're the only person this person wants to check them about their work. You know, your insight, your view on what would be best to do. Like you're their muse. You make them feel practical and they feel emotionally imbalanced when you're not around. It's making me think of like a king. So you know how like back in the day kings and queens had like, you know, they had advisors. You're looking at this person's advisors on what they should manifest first. And when your conviction about something being predicted to go in their favor, it makes them feel like they could do anything. I could do anything. Hell yeah. And they feel like they lost that opportunity when they tried to force you back into some type of submission or way of life. The fear of losing you made this person manifest against you. Straight up. The fear of losing you. And now they feel like you don't care if they come back around or not. Yeah, they feel like you've abandoned them and you're wishing for something totally different and they are not a part of that regime is what I'm hearing. What type of... They have no idea what you're up to next, what you're going to be working on. They don't know what they did wrong. And I just keep hearing someone wanting to apologize, not knowing how, and trying to find a way to get back on your good side. So they feel like resources, give you some type of benefit or resource, will be what you are, what you would want. If they invest in you financially, they feel like it'll smooth things over and you'll come back. You'll You'll come back to this job. You'll come back to this community. You'll stick around. I don't know. Very perplexed. Someone's really trying to figure out a way how to. It's not even a negotiation at this point. They're conspiring to hire you. I don't even think this person technically fired you. They dismissed you in some type of way. Or they tried to use a group or a community to ostracize you. And instead of you trying to be accepted into this group, you took all your belongings and you got the fuck on. Took your shit elsewhere, and this person's just really perturbed by that. That's what I have for you. Take what resonates, mom. Leaves the rest. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.